Okay, so I just finished watching the Wild Blue Yonder, and wow, that was probably the most trippy episode of Doctor Who I think I've ever seen. It gave, and it very, and like, I'm sure there's going to be people that disagree with me on this, but I, it gave me both Heaven Sent vibes and also Midnight vibes. And it's funny, I didn't actually, it's kind of funny I bring up Midnight because, that was that was before this episode, the most trippy episode of Doctor Who I've ever seen. And ironically, both episodes were written by Davies. So Davies, you know how to do a trippy episode. Because the monster from that series, from that episode, which we never really saw, like what it was, but it's basically the same thing as this. And I loved that. And it's funny, it was a bottle episode, probably one of the best bottle episodes ever. And like, you can tell Catherine Tate and David Tennant are having a ball. We're having a ball filming this episode. I mean, it's literally just them vamping off of each other the entire time. Like, there's no other characters except for the Doctor and Donna and the creature that are taking shape of the Doctor and Donna. So, I mean, it brings up, like, more mythos of, like, how the Doctor felt during that time, how the Doctor felt during the last 15 years. He blamed himself for a lot of stuff happening, blamed himself for the flux happening, and, like, the creatures, like, were smart enough to know, like, how to read, like, their memories. Like, that was probably the most trippy part. And I can't help but thinking, but before I go in analysis, it's kind of funny, they show Isaac Newton and when he discovered gravity, with the apple, and, like, and the rest of the episode, like, after Isaac Newton names it Mavity, and, like, the Doctor and Donna both, both constantly say Mavity because that's what Isaac Newton named it. So it changed an established event just slightly. It semi broke the rules of time, which is kind of funny. But that aside, like, again, they've done episodes like this in the past, but, like, I think this is probably the better one. Because, with the time slowing down, and with time slowing down on the ship, and it cutting between Donna with the monster Doctor, and the Doctor with the monster Donna, like, you can't really tell exactly when and where, like, it is. Like, and that's probably the best part of not only the writing, like, Davies, you know how to make someone trip out. Like, that's something you've always had, even back in your original era. And also, what I loved was, like, this is probably they did a good job with not telling us anything about this episode, and it probably made it better for it. So I can say, like, better for it, and Wilf coming back at the end, which means which means all of his stuff is going to be part of the giggle. I hope they don't kill him off, but it was so good to see Bernard Crimmins again. And, it does bring a melancholy that, he's no longer alive. Rest in peace. But, like, it was so nice to see him at the end of the episode. And they hint at things are going crazy at the end of at the end of the special, and I can't wait to see what happens with the giggle, because that's Like they said, like obviously it has something to do with the toy maker and Neil Patrick Harris, and since we saw Wilf at the end of the episode, it more than likely means we're gonna see Kate, and if the leaks at the beginning, if the leaks from a few months ago were anything to go by, we'll more than likely see like Mel somewhat, because if you remember, there's a clip where the Doctor and Donna are getting out of the TARDIS, and and Donna goes, "What about Mel? Yeah, brilliant, isn't she? Yeah," which means we could be seeing Mel at the end during next episode, because she is supposed to be in an episode with the 15th Doctor, so which means she could very easily be coming back. She could have had her first episode, well, a semi-return in the 60th, and then she comes back later on. But that's just my speculation. The visuals, man. The visuals of this episode are impressive. And the whole spaceship thing, it made me flash back to the Dr. Falls episode. Actually, no, not the Dr. Falls episode, the one previous. I can't remember what episode. I can't remember the episode's name, but it was the one where they're in a giant spaceship and Bill gets blasted by a Cyberman and they take her back, and without us knowing it, she's slowly converted into a Cyberman. That episode, but like, and it's funny, that's a Moffat episode, and Davies knew how to get the exact same suspense. And also, can I just mention, this is a bottle episode. Like, it literally takes place within the same area. Like, it's just in the spaceship. The TARDIS left. And that's where we get the, trailer shot of, well, let's go and kick its ass. We knew that bit, but, like, everything else, the monster itself, why is everything abandoned? Everything. Like, it's just, the way it's done, Davies, I can certainly say I liked this better than the Star Beast, but the Star Beast was a great part 1, and Wild Bill Yonder is a great part 2. So let's see. I can't wait for next Saturday to see what happens during part 3. How Neil Patrick Harris's character comes in, what his whole thing is. And I have to say, I can't wait and more than likely see what happens to lead up to 14th generation, because that's what's happening at the end of the episode, because Tennant's only supposed to be part of the 60th, and then we'll get to see the introduction of Ncuti Gatwa. So, don't get me wrong, I loved seeing David and Tate back for this as 14 and Donna, but I can't wait to see just how this whole thing ends in the end. And also, I don't get why people bashed the last episode when there was hardly anything woke about it. So, WTF is the problem. But I'm not addressing that. Anyway, it's kind of funny. They've sort of done the vast infinite spaceship before in Classic Who, and I don't think, and with the Disney budget that they have now, since Doctor Who is now working alongside Disney Plus. Well, the BBC is still making it, but Doctor Who is definitely getting a budget now, better than the original series, as well as the beginning of the original New Who era, because, apparently that's the start of the new Who, but I'll talk about that at a later time. So, yeah, that's pretty much my whole thoughts on the Wild Bill Yonder. It's kind of hard to analyze. You just have to watch it in order to just understand oh my gosh, this is so trippy. Like, the only people that the Doctor and Donna play off of are the alien shapeshifters who are copying them. That's the best way I can describe it. So yeah, tell me what you guys thought in the comments. That's about it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching my 10-minute rambling on this episode. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you for the next Saturday for the review of The Giggle. Thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye. I'll see you when I see you.